Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm MrRedClaw. Welcome back to an episode of Formula 1 2021 My Team Career. This time for the Austrian Grand Prix. Before we get to it, head down below, like and subscribe, still help out a lot, and let's get right into it. So here I am out for my flying lap around the Red Bull Ring, and as you saw by the thumbnail, and as you can see right now by the track and the timetable on the top left, you see that the first two runs and majority of this qualifying session was actually, it was raining and we were on the intermediate time. But now for the last run, for the last like 3 or 4 minutes, it has actually stopped raining and it has actually improved enough for us to be able to move on to the slicks, as you can see, gaining massively out of each corner on each straight as well, because we just have more grip out of the corners. Already 5 seconds ahead going into the last kind of a sector over here. And how much are we going to be to improve? We are currently in P11, and I kind of sacrificed my sacrificed my quali setup, or it's still raining anyway. It was raining. I kind of sacrificed my quali setup to get like a really good race, wet race setup, because it is going to be raining during the race as well. But still P7 over here in the standings at the end. Lewis Hamilton first, Charles Leclerc in second place, Lando Norris in third place. Let's see what we can do from the 7th place, and let's see if we can score some points during the race.
Good afternoon and welcome to Spielberg, and to a circuit that in one form or another has held every Austrian Grand Prix in the championship, except the very first back in 1964. It was at this race that John Watson lost a bet and his beard when he took Team Penske's only F1 victory in 1976. If anything, the stakes are even higher today, with 25 points available for victory and a crucial advantage in the championship fight. It's a short lap here in Spielberg with just 10 corners, 7 rights and 3 lefts, making up the total distance of 2.6 miles. And expect to see a lot of cars running wide today, especially through the last corner, as the wet conditions make the cars skittish through the downhill sections. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, with Charles Leclerc alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Norris, Verstappen, Antonio Giovinazzi, and Gasly, Red, Vettel, Tsunoda, and Christian Lundgaard, Russell, Matsushita, Nicholas Latifi, and Ricciardo, Delatraz, Perez, Esteban Ocon, and Guan Yu Zhou. Stroll, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Aitken, Mazepin, and Mick Schumacher. And now it's time to head down to the track.
So here we are lined up in P7 for a wet weather Austrian Grand Prix here at the Red Bull Ring. A really fun track, as it's lights out and away we go. As you see, Gasly ahead of us, Giovinazzi as well. The grid really mixed up with loads of penalties for Sergio Perez, Louis Delatraz and others like that. Guan Yu Zhou down the order as well in the Ferrari. But here we are already up to P6. We got past Gasly into the first corner. Are we going to be able to get past more people into the third corner over here at the top of the hill as we go around the outside? I don't want to kind of bog myself down the inside and actually make two moves over there on Norris and Giovinazzi, and how we actually side by side with Charles Leclerc over here in the Ferrari fighting for P3. As we see over here, we're going to try and go around the outside once again, and we just have the perfect grip with this setup that I have on this car to make moves like that work. And as you can see, on lap 3, moving up, well, saying P3, but moving further away from Charles Leclerc, 1.7 seconds now, a second towards Max Verstappen as we set the fastest lap of the race so far. I'm pretty sure that's the first time we've set a fastest lap during this game. That's really cool. As a lap or 2 laps later, here you can see 1.8 seconds towards Verstappen, 2 seconds away from Leclerc, and that kind of was the kind of gist of like this whole kind of race. As of course, if it's only 25%, it's going to be a lot harder to get the moves in, and of course you're not going to have to stop. So we're just slowly pulling further away from Leclerc and kind of falling away from Verstappen. There was a couple points during the race where I did close up a lot further, but then we went further away, then we closed up again, but then we went further away again. And that was basically the whole race. It was still really fun to throw the car around this wet track over here, even if we weren't really fighting anyone after the first kind of lap. It was still really fun to kind of challenge myself to go as fast as possible. As a lap 11, we set the fastest, well, lap 10 going on to 11, we set the fastest lap once again. But as we see over here, it just slowly, but well, not really right now, but I could tell that the track was slowly but surely getting better and better as we set another fastest lap on lap 14 over here. And honestly, towards the end of the race, it was still kind of raining, but I think slicks would have just been around the corner if this lap would have, if this race would have gone on for another couple of laps. As we see Stroll over here, a back marker actually held up Max Verstappen for about a second, so he closed up towards 9/10 towards Max Verstappen over here. And I really thought that I could maybe make something work over here as we get a good slipstream from Stroll down towards turn 3 over here. But just at the end of the day, we just weren't fast enough. It was still really good that we're in P3 over here, but we just weren't fast enough to catch Max Verstappen or Lewis Hamilton. But still, to be within those 3 seconds of Lewis Hamilton, as you can see, 4 seconds right now on the last lap, 2 seconds away from Verstappen. That's still an absolutely huge improvement towards our car over here, and hopefully we just can keep getting even better, and hopefully towards the end of the season, start of the next one, we're actually going to be able to fight for victories as we come across the line 8 seconds in front of Leclerc in P3.
Well done, good finish. You stepped up and achieved what we asked. Good job.
Smiling faces on the pit wall after a superb win here in Spielberg, and rightly so, a brilliant effort from the whole team. Anthony, tell me, what was it that helped them achieve this success?
Well, this was a real team victory. They put together a solid strategy today that appeared well suited to the conditions out on track. The driver did everything that was expected of them in the moment to really execute the team's plan to perfection, a shining example of how F1 really is a team sport.
Mercedes are on top form once again after an excellent race weekend. It's great to see them up on that podium once again.
So it's Lewis Hamilton with the win of this race, with Max Verstappen in the second place, and us from P7 to P3. Absolutely huge race by us, moving up to P7 in the driver's standings, 1 point away from Charles Leclerc in P6 in the Ferrari. And in the constructors, we are now 5 points away from Alpine, so I think we are going to be fighting them in this season. Hopefully we can get P5, but I guess we'll see later on. But for now, let's go. So if you guys enjoyed, like, share, subscribe. See you guys next time. Bye bye.